The Croatian Adriatic is an almost perfect place to go for a holiday. Its 1,185 islands concealing their lovely coves, miraculous scenes, picturesque caves, idyllic anchorages, gourmet oases, and romantic harbours are the plainest of hints that this almost surreally attractive stretch of water just has to be sailed. We have devoted this edition of the Dream Point Nautical Video Guide to the southern Adriatic, drawing an imaginary line from Split to Vis and taking in all the relevant nautical features from it to Dubrovnik. In the other video pilot we deal with Istria, the Gulf of Hvar and the Northern Islands, while the third will show the central Adriatic from Sedmovraca via Kornati all the way down to Solta. If you're sailing the southern Adriatic in the summer months, there is no very great cause for nerves, because apart from the usual refreshing summer mistral, the surest sign of stable weather, there's only a very slight chance of being overtaken by some short-lived thermal circular storm of the kind that will sometimes, during summer, come in at a high rate of knots from the west, rarely lasting though more than half an hour. In the southern Adriatic there are the occasional strong winds to be found in the Hvar and Peljesac channels, while you have to watch out for the Bora in the Brac channel and below Biokovo. The South Adriatic is one sunny day after another, high sea and air temperatures, low relative humidity and pleasantly refreshing nights. The difference between high and low water marks in summer rarely exceeds 40 or so centimetres, and the currents present no problems during navigation. And of course the south of the Adriatic has practically no fog. If you decide on a winter cruise, in this part of the Adriatic you mainly have to look out for the Sirocco, the southeasterly known locally as the Jugo. After this concise Met briefing, it's high time to get down to enjoying the beauties of the South Adriatic. If you drop anchor at some bay or other, you're bound to want to have a swim. In the summer months in the southern Adriatic, this is a treat and a half, considering water temperatures around 25 degrees centigrade, superb water cleanliness and clarity, the wooded shores, and an interestingly varied seabed. An ever more popular way of experiencing the beauty of the Mediterranean is diving, and here too the southern Adriatic has some outstanding spots. It's true that some remarkable sights are to be found in Bisevo's Blue Cave, but those in the lesser-known grotto close to Velodanza Point on the western side of Korcula can give no less of a thrill. In the waters around the islets of Premuda and Vlasnik on the western side of Lastovo, you can find a sunken ship, while the sea off Bielac Island in the Lastovo Channel provides quite dreamlike underwater scenes. After anchoring or tying up in one of the little island harbours, it's worth going up to the top of one of the nearby hills, almost all of which can be reached by goat or other tracks. This will almost always give you a view of the surrounding archipelago that makes the trip worthwhile, even during the heat of summer. The interiors of the Adriatic Isles are no less interesting than their coastlines, and it's certainly worth the yachtsman's while to tie up occasionally, hire a scooter or bike or some indigenous means of transport, and set off in exploration of features that are not slap bang on the shore. The people of the southern Adriatic, traditionally oriented towards tourism, fishing and farming, are thoroughly into the Mediterranean way of things, and it's no bad idea to stop and have a natter about life and the beauties of the place. Before we set off on our video odyssey from Brac to Dubrovnik, a word about the gourmet delights that every sailor is bound to appreciate. In the snug coves and harbours of the southern Adriatic, you'll come across many a gastronomic nook with good, approachable vernacular cuisine. We'll mention the most striking wining and dining spots in the nautical pilots, while for a comprehensive account of the taverns, restaurants and interesting recipes, you can take a look at our gourmet video guide to the Croatian Adriatic, which lovers of fine things should certainly consider adding to their video collection.